And shine, everyone, and thank you for joining us on air and streaming on KARE 11 Plus. Time now 6 o'clock. Jason Hackett and Cece Gaines here with you on this Friday Junior, heading into the weekend and starting off the day with no fog, which is great to see. Yesterday was kind of scary driving in.
Yeah, it impacted the morning drive for sure, but I know there's rain on the way, Courtney. Maybe some snow?
Maybe some snow. Looks like our best chance is going to be for Saturday morning. So snow lovers, you'll have to wake up early on Saturday if you want to see it. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a whole lot. We're talking maybe 1 to 2 inches. But today, fog free in the metro. There is some fog up to the north where we do have a dense fog advisory in place until noon. Brainerd, Bemidji, Grand Rapids, all of you guys getting in on that. We're at 40 right now. Areas fog this morning, scattered rain tomorrow, and then storms and even snow will be possible Friday night into Saturday. That is why we have the weather impact alert. But today is just a cloudy, quiet day. You can expect a high of 50 in the Twin Cities. So overall, not too bad for a March afternoon. Cece, how are the roads looking?
Roads are looking great. Not seeing any crashes out there right now, which is great to start off your Thursday morning. This is a live look here. Highway 77, Cedar Avenue. Things are picking up slightly, but not too much where you need to change your routes. Traffic flow looks great too. When I see you too after 6:15, we're going to go down to 494. There are a couple projects there that you need to know about.
We are following breaking news in the war in the Middle East. Iran launching new strikes overnight on Israeli targets.
Yeah, they're also sharing new threats on the U.S., calling for President Trump's blood. A lot to get to. Audrey Russo is at the live desk tracking the latest. Hey, Audrey.
That's right. In the last 30 minutes, I found new video of crossfire between Iran and Israel. Israel's military released this clip of an Iranian plane getting shot down. And this morning, Qatar is getting pulled into the fray. Their defense ministry confirms they had to intercept missiles, and you can see that happening right here in this video behind me. Now, I also want to show you this. U.S. defense officials released this clip of their submarine strike on the Iranian ship in the Indian Ocean. And roughly 180 people were on board. About 30 survivors were pulled from the water here. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says that this attack, the first U.S. torpedo strike since World War II, is a key part of Operation Epic Fury.
The mission is laser focused. Obliterate Iran's missiles and drones and facilities that produce them, annihilate its navy and critical security infrastructure, and sever their pathway to nuclear weapons.
Now, Iran's foreign minister is responding. Overnight, Abbas Araghchi wrote in this X-post, quote, "Mark my words, the U.S. will come to bitterly regret the precedent it has set." And right now, the U.S. has only confirmed 6 American casualties, and in the last 24 hours, all 6 have been identified. The U.S.-based human rights activist news agency reports more than 1,000 Iranians have been killed during Operation Epic Fury. Back to you.
Audrey Russo with the latest from the live desk. Thank you very much. We have new insight this morning into how Americans feel about the conflict. An NBC News poll shows a majority of Americans disapprove of the president's handling of the situation. 54% disapprove, with 41% saying they approve. The contrast is much more stark when you split it up by party. You can see Democrats and Republicans are largely divided on the issue, with a majority of independents polled saying they disapprove. Plus, when asked whether the U.S. should have taken military action against Iran, a majority disagreed.
In just a few hours, the Minneapolis City Council will meet to talk about a new position for the city's police department.
They're trying to appoint a new director to help officers deal with mental health issues. Megan McPherson joins us live from City Hall with a closer look at the new role. Megan.
Good morning. Yeah, the City Council will meet here and discuss the proposal in just a few hours at 9:30 this morning. Speaking to the council last night, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara urged them to move quickly on approving this position. He says that since the start of the year, the number of therapy appointments for officers has surged. 14 officers have filed for PTSD leave and 8 have retired since Operation Metro Surge began. More than 1,000 scheduled days off were also canceled during the operation.
I pushed this within the last couple of months because I was very concerned. Some of our responders who went to Annunciation having very, very serious mental health issues. A member that committed suicide.
The council asked MPD to find a different way to fund the position. The original proposal eliminated 2 positions within the department, including a community social worker. O'Hara, in response, said that they would find a different way, and we will likely see that revised proposal at the meeting this morning. Also coming up in 30 minutes, I'll break down some more of the numbers shared by Chief O'Hara last night on the impacts of Operation Metro Surge. Back to you.
All right, Megan McPherson live at City Hall. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Also this morning, activists will head to the state capitol in just a few hours to demand changes to the state's anti-boycott laws. The Free Speech Coalition says after Operation Metro Surge, it's more important than ever to overturn laws impacting the constitutional right to boycott. Organizers also have several meetings scheduled with lawmakers. That rally is set for 10:30 this morning.
It was a fiery day in Congress as Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison testified about rampant fraud in our state. They faced lawmakers for hours, often going head-to-head with House Republicans. Investigative reporter A.J. Legault was in the room and has the latest from Washington.
The hearing was really a window into just how sharply divided Washington is over Minnesota's fraud scandal and the ensuing immigration actions that President Trump said he initiated in response to the fraud.
What did Governor Walz and Keith Ellison know about the fraud? And 2, when did they actually know it?
Minnesota Congressman Tom Emmer and Republican lawmakers accused Governor Walz and Attorney General Ellison of failing to act quickly enough, allowing massive fraud schemes to grow.
So we do prosecute Medicaid fraud all the time. We've prosecuted over 300 people.
Apparently not enough, because Minnesota's rife with it.
Hours before the hearing began, the GOP-run committee released a lengthy report asserting Walz and Ellison had the authority to intervene sooner, but did not.
What we've uncovered in Minnesota is not a paperwork error or a few bad actors slipping through the cracks. It is sustained failure of leadership.
The 2 Democrats defended the state's response, acknowledging fraud had taken place in state programs and highlighting steps they've taken to stop it, while also trying to turn the focus to the Trump administration's immigration tactics.
The people of Minnesota have been singled out and targeted for political retribution at an unparalleled scale, including blocking Medicaid reimbursements to our state just last week. Under the guise of combating fraud, the federal government has flooded Minnesota with masked, untrained, and unaccountable agents who are wreaking havoc in our communities.
Again, that was A.J. Legault reporting. The political fight over fraud in Minnesota programs is clearly far from over. Our KARE 11 investigative team has been looking into fraud in Minnesota for years. Those investigations sparked statewide change. You can find all of our recent fraud reporting at KARE11.com/fraud.